Hormone imbalance is something that women experience, start when they're 12 and end when they're 65. Honestly, there are so many points in our lives where hormones can go awry, and it's important to be able to know that there are all kinds of different things that can affect your hormones, whether it's, a girl getting her period for the first time, whether it's trying to get pregnant, in which case you can watch um, the fertility video, whether it's perimenopause, whether it's menopause. All of these things are impacted by what we eat. So that is a big thing that we pay attention to. Sometimes there are things off in our system that is easily, or that are easily things that are easily revealed once we do lab testing. I interpret labs very differently than most medical doctors, and so you may find out things even from labs that have been tested by someone else. I can tell you something from those that you may not have been told before. Besides what you eat, your hormones are extremely, extremely dependent on your stress levels and your blood sugar, which I think for the most part, a lot of people understand now, or at least the medical profession understands now, that polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is the most common cause of infertility, is blood sugar related. And so the only problem with that is, I think most medical doctors, because they don't really get a whole lot of nutrition training, if any, don't really understand how to shift that without giving a drug or a birth control pill. And when we try and force our hormones into submission, it doesn't usually go all that well. So what we want to be able to do is support the body's ability to heal on its own, to balance on its own. And we use that through different methods. One, by revealing information to me through lab testing. Two, to look closely at your diet and see what things we need to shift. Three, to make sure that blood sugar is absolutely balanced. We use supplementation to help create an environment where we're getting what we need, and maybe we need to tweak things a little by using supplements. And we also use our treatment sessions to help with, we can help shift hormones with our treatment sessions. One of the biggest things I would say for hormone balancing is helping to shift your nervous system into a place where you are feeling the rest and digest parasympathetic, and not the fight or flight sympathetic nervous system being turned on. We want to shift you into a place where healing can happen, and that doesn't happen when your body's in emergency mode. So hormone balancing, again, we can address things at any age. Common question is, do I prescribe bioidentical hormones? The answer is yes. And I find it necessary sometimes for some people. And then sometimes we don't use these. But I'm not opposed to using them for people. And I think that's something that's important for you to know. You may also consider that thyroid might be a hormonal imbalance. That is something I also I deal with all the time, and I do prescribe thyroid hormone. We also use supplements for thyroid hormone balancing and nutrient replenishing nutrients that can cause hormone imbalance. So the way that we do all of this is in a program. Everything that I do is in a program now, and the reason is because I find that it works quicker. It works better when people are immersed in their wellness. They are able to heal much faster. They're able to follow the protocols much better. And because their mind, which is such an influential part of how our bodies function, we're able to influence how our mind is working. You know, placebo is a real thing. So when you believe something, it can work. And when you don't believe something, it cannot work because you don't believe it. So we'd like to address everything here. And that's why we do programs for everything at every stage of life for a woman. I don't typically work with girls under 18, but I make the occasional exception if the girl is a responsible girl and willing to make changes, and be a good compliant patient for the most part. So if you have any questions about hormone balancing, about the stage of life that you're in, and you feel like you need help, and you've been to lots of other places and don't know where to go, schedule a discovery call and we can decide if this is right for you.